The following program contains strong language, violence, and sexual content. It is intended for mature audiences and may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't know what you heard, but I'm not the enemy here. I wouldn't do anything to cross you. That's not smart, and I'm not stupid.
You know, Zoya said the same thing.
Cut the game, Scarlet. You lied about Zoya, about the tapes, about everything, so now we're here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wrong answer.
I didn't leak them, I swear.
We didn't ask who leaked them. We asked where they came from.
You trying to be cute, bitch? Cause I'll kill you right now. I never gave a
All right, you want to know? I got them from Safina.
Who the fuck is Safina?
The bartender? From my spot?
Yeah. She was at that party Phoenix threw. The one where Phoenix ended up on everybody's timeline. The night those pole dancing pics dropped. Safina was there. Apparently Phoenix was lit, naked, doing the most. Safina tried to get her to chill, and Phoenix straight up beat her ass in front of everybody.
Phoenix put hands on my staff at her party, and I'm just now hearing about it.
Safina didn't tell anybody. She was probably embarrassed. She came to me later after me and Phoenix had our fallout. I went to the lounge, she started venting, told me everything.
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. Safina, a bartender, just randomly decides to spill all this to you at Harrison's lounge?
Yeah, and then after speaking with Zoya, I remembered what Safina said. Went back to her, told her the play.
And she just offered the tapes?
Said she could get them. I didn't ask how. Didn't want to know. She pulled up a few days later with a flash drive and dipped.
And then you handed them over to Zoya?
I didn't think it'd go that far, I swear. I thought it would just shake things up. Get people to finally stop acting like Phoenix is untouchable. I didn't know it would blow up like this.
You thought? This ain't a high school rumor. You play with people's livelihoods. You let some random bartender hand you a fucking bomb and just say, cool, I'll take it. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
I wasn't trying to hurt you, Harrison, or Capri. This wasn't about you guys.
You made it about me when you released footage of drugs in my lounge. My fucking name is tied to it, whether I like it or not. You think that don't touch me?
You may not have meant to drag us into it, but that's what happened. And now the brand I built, the company I've spent my whole damn life protecting, it's tangled in your petty little revenge tour. I got clients pulling out of deals, I got lawyers in my inbox, and for what?
Capricorn just let me do what I was gonna do.
I told you from the beginning, Harrison, we're not killing her.
Wait, what? Kill me? That was actually on the table?
Nah, it wasn't on the table. It was the table. I already had a bullet with your name on it.
What's insane is you thinking there wouldn't be consequences. You gambled with the wrong people, Scarlet. But you're still breathing, aren't you? That's me. That's my mercy. And trust, it won't stretch far.
So what? I'm supposed to be grateful?
No, you're supposed to fall in line.
From this moment on, you belong to us. You answer to Harrison. You move how he tells you to move.
Y'all can't be serious.
You're in debt, Scarlet, deep, and not just with us. The interest on that debt is survival, so yes, we're serious.
And if I say no?
Then you better say goodbye, too.
Fine.
Say it louder.
I said fine. I'll do whatever you want.
Good. Welcome to the family.
You know, I forgot how good this felt. Not just this, but waking up next to you.
You always say that.
Nah, for real. I ain't just talking about the sheets. I'm talking peace. You calm me.
It's wild you say that. 'Cause I swear, I've felt like the drama lately. With the lawsuit, the press, everything with Zoya. I don't even know how I do it some days.
I was going to ask, not in a messy way, but is there any update on her? Zoya?
No, she's just gone. First, it was all this noise, statements, interviews, her filing, then nothing. Like she vanished. And the worst part? I don't know if I'm supposed to feel relief or guilt. I ain't perfect, Nas, but I didn't want any of this.
I'm sure nobody thinks you wanted this. The timing's suspicious, sure, but you've been fighting for your name this whole time. That don't sound like someone hiding bodies.
You joke, but you know people think I'm capable of it. I just hope this isn't some stunt. People are already thinking I had something to do with this. I've seen the headlines. I don't think I got it in me to stay graceful much longer.
You ain't gotta be graceful, Teague. Not all the time. You just gotta be real. And I know your heart. You ain't out here plotting on nobody.
Tell that to the press, to the comments, to the people who swear they know me because they saw one headline and a photoshopped screenshot.
You need to learn to let them people be confused. Let them whisper, long as you know who you are when the camera's cut off. Long as you remember what we know.
And what's that?
That you built this whole thing from nothing. That you've been blamed, dragged, tested for things you ain't even set in motion. And through all that, you still standing. Still you. They might talk shit, but they know what's real.
You always know what to say, huh? I needed that. 'Cause some days, I swear, I forget I'm her. Like that girl. But hearing it from you makes me feel like I can breathe again. Like maybe I'm not as lost as I thought.
Sometimes you just need somebody to say it out loud so you can remember.
Pregnant. Are you pregnant for real?
Girl, no, of course not. I told Atlas I was, but it's not true.
Wait, hold on. You lied to Atlas about being pregnant?
Yeah, I told him I was, hoping it would make him back off Kennedy and leave Vivienne alone. I figured if he thought I was carrying his child, he'd finally stop playing games.
This has got to be the stupidest thing you've ever done. And trust me, you've done some stupid shit. What did he say when you told him this?
He didn't say much, actually. Just said we couldn't have a baby right now. And that he'd help me take care of it. Like, real calm, like it was no big deal.
So, he offered to help you get an abortion?
Yep. Just flat out said it. No questions, no hesitation. Like I was disposable.
And that didn't make you stop for a second? Like maybe this wasn't the move?
No. Actually, it just confirmed what I already knew. That he never cared. So I did what I had to do.
Great. What did you do?
I sent the video of him and Vivienne kissing to Kennedy and Phoenix.
Logan?
What? Everybody's always trying to protect him. For what? He's been playing all of us, so I gave them the truth. If I have to suffer, so does everybody else.
What does sending the video to Phoenix even do?
She deserves to know Vivienne's moving shady. And Kennedy, she's been played long enough. I just sped up the timeline.
And now what? You think Atlas is gonna come running back? Like you taught him a lesson?
He hasn't spoken to me since, not a word, which is fine. He needed to know I wasn't bluffing.
Logan, this isn't just messy, it's nuclear. You're not just playing with Alice's ego, you're blowing up his relationships, his image, everything. And guess who's going to be caught in the middle when this all unravels? Amari.
He doesn't have to know.
He's going to find out. You think Atlas won't say anything, or Phoenix, or Kennedy? The second Amari hears that his best friend was sleeping with his little sister, and now all this mess is going public, he's gonna snap. At Atlas, and at you.
Good. Let him. Maybe now he'll stop acting like I'm some naive little girl he has to babysit.
Clearly you are naive, Logan. He's gonna feel betrayed. And when Amari feels betrayed, he doesn't just get mad, he gets furious. And I don't think you're ready for what that looks like.
Ain't nobody scared of Amari. He's not perfect either. None of them are.
This right here, this is self-destruction dressed up in some weird-ass version of confidence. You want to feel seen? Cool. Just don't act shocked when this all falls back on you.
All those leaks about you, the footage, the photos, all that came from Safina. Scarlet fessed up.
Safina, from the lounge?
Yeah, your little friend. The same one you invited to that house party. Got her caught in your mess, and then tried to fight when she told you to chill. You remember that?
Kinda. I was lit. She got in my face, I snapped. I didn't know she'd turn around and start leaking shit.
That's the problem. You never think it's gonna land where it does, but now I'm the one fielding questions from clients, cleaning up a mess I didn't make, and she's still clocking in like nothing happened. That ain't just messy, Phoenix. It's disrespectful, and it's affecting my name, my business.
I get it, I really do. But how do the actions of your employee fall back on me?
You beat up a bartender who works in my lounge, then wonder why her retaliation affects you? Phoenix, this ain't rocket science. Actions have weight, and yours tip the scale.
I'm not gonna argue with you. You're right. My decisions have been trash. But it ain't coming from malice. That don't excuse it, but it's real.
You've been on edge for a while now, like you're daring people to call you out. But when it starts bleeding into the way I feed my people, that's where I draw the line. We've known each other too long for you to be putting me in this kind of position.
Nah, hold up. So let me get this straight. She gets her feelings hurt and runs to Scarlet of all people, and somehow I'm the only one catching smoke? I get that I wilded out. I own that. But you really not gonna say nothing about your bartender leaking security footage? Or Scarlet sitting on tapes like it's some reality show?
Oh, trust. I'm dealing with those two accordingly. But none of this happens if you hadn't put your hands on Safina. You're the reason she flipped. This started with you, Phoenix. All I'm asking is that you get yourself under control.
All right, I'ma chill. I think my trip to Tartosa helped me anyway. Gave me room to think.
Good. 'Cause I already told the boys to stop serving to you anyway. And while we're being real, those tapes? Scarlet didn't just sit on them. She handed them off to Zoya. That's how they got out.
You don't think that's a little too convenient? She drops the tapes, disappears right after, and nobody's heard a word since? Come on, Harrison. That don't sit right.
I ain't say it's set right. I'm just telling you what I know, and what you don't need to chase. Let this go, Phoenix. Trust me on this one. Ain't nothing good down that road.
You make it sound like there's more to it.
Some things ain't yours to carry. I'm telling you this now so you can keep your hands clean and your name out of headlines. Stick to that, and you'll be fine.
You think you've seen it all? Think again. The moment's too wild for the final cut. Hookups, fights, and everything in between. Unfiltered, unedited, unbelievable, and an exclusive backstage pass to how it all comes together. The drama doesn't stop here. Unlock it all, only on Patreon. So if you think you're ready, click the link in the description. But remember, once you're in, there's no going back.
I'm only saying this once. I'm not trying to keep Preston from you, but I need space, Atlas, time, and so does he. Aunt Nancy's offered us that, and once we've settled for a few days, we'll fly out to Tartosa. He needs normalcy, somewhere quiet, somewhere that doesn't feel like betrayal every time I walk into a room.
You can take all the space you want, Kennedy. I don't care where you go. But you're not taking my son out of the city like I don't exist. You do that, and I will file for sole custody. Don't test me on that.
Oh, so now you want to be the responsible parent. After all the lies, after creeping around behind my back with Vivian, you don't get to draw the line at me protecting our son's peace. And you sure as hell don't get to throw court threats at me like you're some victim in this.
This isn't about you and me. You think it is because you're hurt. Fine. Be hurt. But this is bigger than your pride. Preston's about to have a sibling, and he deserves to know them. I'm not about to let you rip him away from that just because you didn't see it coming.
Hold on, what? A sibling? So Vivian's pregnant? That's what this is really about?
No, Vivian's not pregnant.
Then who the hell is?
Logan.
Logan, you mean Amari's little sister Logan? Are you out of your mind?
It wasn't planned, but she's pregnant and it's mine. I wasn't going to lie to you about that.
Don't act like you're doing me a favor by being honest now. You really think I'm gonna stick around for this circus? Do you have any idea how reckless this is? How humiliating?
I didn't ask for this to happen, Kennedy, but I'm dealing with it. You should too.
You don't get to tell me how to feel, Atlas. You made your choices. You chose Vivian, you chose Logan, and now you want to talk to me about stability, about family.
Preston deserves both his parents. He deserves to grow up knowing he's not alone.
Preston deserves better than all of this, and trust me, I'll make damn sure he gets it, whether you're in the picture or not.
You walk out that door with my son, it's war.
Then you'd better stop preparing for battle, because I'm done being quiet about your mess.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. As of 9/12 this morning, your divorce is finalized. Custody agreement stands, assets are separated, and your name is officially Teagan Monroe again.
Oh my God. Teagan Monroe. That feels so damn good to say.
Girl, you carried that man and his mess like it was designer luggage. I've been waiting on this day like it was Christmas.
And from a legal standpoint, clean break. No lingering mess, no loose threads. We got you out as smooth as possible.
I want to take a moment to celebrate this win, but I know we've still got a storm cloud hanging over us.
I know. Unfortunately, we still have to deal with the fallout from the lawsuit. With Zoya officially marked as missing, the judge put everything on hold pending investigation. No trial date, no dismissal, no forward motion. Just suspended.
And her team's still filing motions like she's gonna walk in next week and pick up where she left off. They know exactly what they're doing, keeping us tied up while she ghosts the whole city.
I don't buy this whole missing thing. I don't. Zoya loves attention too much to disappear without a headline. None of it makes sense.
Well, it might make more sense than we thought. Harrison came by my place a little before I came here, unannounced. Just knocked on the door and said he needed 10 minutes of my time. He said he figured out who leaked the tapes. Like, no speculation, he was confident. Told me it was Scarlet, Zoya, and some bartender named Safina. Said the three of them planned it together.
Scarlet? Why would she do this to you? And who the hell is Safina?
Harrison said she claimed she got the footage directly from Safina. Said Zoya orchestrated when and how it dropped, and Safina acted like the middlewoman. And Safina is the woman from the pictures that leaked, the girl I was fighting.
And he just told you that with no hesitation?
No hesitation, but also no receipts. I tried to get more info, but he gave me that same line he always does. Some things ain't mine to carry.
What does that even mean coming from him?
Exactly. He wouldn't go into details. Just kept saying it's being taken care of and that we shouldn't get involved. Said it's safer that way.
That's not how this works. If he knows something tied to Zoya's disappearance, and the court finds out we were made aware, even partially, we could be dragged into obstruction territory without even trying.
And if Zoya really is missing, then how far did Harrison go to handle it?
He never said she was gone, never confirmed anything, but his whole energy felt off. Like he was trying to calm me down without actually telling me why I should be nervous in the first place.
Which is exactly why this makes me uneasy. If what he's saying is true, then we need to verify it through proper channels. I'm not going to track down bartenders or chase rumors, but I can bring in someone who will. We've got a PI on retainer for situations like this. Quiet, thorough, and fully off the record. I'll have them start with Safina and work outward.
A private investigator? I don't think all that is necessary.
My job is to protect you, both of you. And if Harrison's out here handling things while Zoya's still missing, then we're already standing on a live wire. It doesn't matter if you had nothing to do with it. All it takes is one headline, one whisper, and suddenly, you're not just part of the story. You are the story. From this point forward, I need total distance. No calls, no drop-ins. Stay away from the lounge. Do not be seen with him. Do not speak to him. Not until I uncover what the hell he's gotten himself into. If this spirals, I can't shield you from what people think you know. So, take this seriously. That man is walking chaos. And right now, your names can't afford the stain.
I need you to look me in the eye and tell me what's going on, Harrison. Because last time I was here, you said you'd handle it. Next thing I know, Zoya is missing. And your name's floating around in conversations I don't like hearing.
I told you I'd handle it, and I did. Why you asking questions?
I'm asking questions because I don't like being blindsided. You knew about Scarlet. You knew about this Safina chick. Who the hell even is that? Because that name came up out of nowhere.
She was a bartender. One of mine. Quiet. Kept her head down. Never had any issues until all this started unfolding. Soon as Zoya disappeared, she stopped showing up to work. No call, no notice. Just dipped.
So she vanishes right after Zoya does. And you don't think that's suspicious as hell?
Of course I do. But again, that's need to know. And you don't need to know that. Not with eyes already on you. You came to me because somebody in my lounge was leaking about your sister. I traced it back. I locked it down. That's all you need to know.
That's not all I need to know. Because now our lawyer thinks you're suspicious because Phoenix might have said too much. She was venting, Harrison. But Corey picked up on everything. Now she's talking about hiring a private investigator to tell you.
You mean to tell me some suit is gonna start creeping around behind me because Phoenix couldn't keep her mouth shut?
She didn't mean to, all right? But she said enough to make Corey raise a brow. And Corey, she's not the type to let things go. She told me to stay away from you, by the way.
Is that right? So what? This is your warning shot? You here to say goodbye before you disappear like everybody else?
Now you know I can't stay away from you, even when I should.
See, that's your problem, T. You don't know how to leave well enough alone, and I don't know how to let you. But I agree with her. There's heat on me. You gotta keep your distance for real this time, at least in public.
I don't like being in the dark. Every time I hear something new, it's like I'm the last to know, and I'm the one the spotlight's on. That makes me look guilty.
And I'm the one making sure you don't become guilty. So let me work, Teague. Let me keep your name clean even if mine ends up in the gutter. But you need to stop showing up here looking for answers you don't want the truth to. Well, I'll be damned. Lauren Rivera in my lounge like we ain't got smoke. You bold, I'll give you that.
Harrison, look, I figured you'd see me eventually. I'm not here to cause a scene. Just grabbing a drink. You know, like a civilian.
That's what you calling it now. Civilian work? Spinning half-baked headlines about my place getting raided? Gassing up Gabrielle while she tries to label me the next Don Vito?
First of all, I don't pick the topics. Second, everything we said was already public record. Your lounge got hit in a raid. That ain't gossip, that's news. You know how this works.
Don't play that card with me, Lauren. You know damn well there's a line between reporting and adding fuel to the fire. You didn't just read a story, you stoked it. You gave Gabrielle room to run wild with that organized crime narrative, like it wasn't reckless as hell.
And what, you expect me to cut the segment because we used to hang out sometimes? You know how many people try to get in my ear about what I should and shouldn't say? I'd have no credibility left if I let personal ties dictate how I cover a story.
Credibility? Don't talk to me about credibility when you sit next to a woman who called me a walking indictment with a mic in her hand. You could have shut that down, or at least made it clear she was speculating. But you didn't. You co-signed it with silence.
So now I'm supposed to be your media handler? Come on, you're smart enough to know how this goes. When you deal in shadows, people are gonna speculate. You built a place that thrives off being exclusive, secretive, a little dangerous. Now the smoke's catching up and you're mad we're pointing it out?
Now, I'm mad that it's you pointing it out. Somebody who sat in my VIP, laughed at my table, toasted with my people. I ain't expect loyalty, but I at least expected context. You know me better than most of them talking heads. You know I ain't some damn mob boss.
Do I? Because right now I'm not so sure. Your name pops up more than a trending tag. Look, maybe I've been giving you the benefit of the doubt too long.
That's funny. Because I was just thinking I gave you too much grace. Let you in my space. Let you see behind the curtain, and now you out here acting brand new. You don't think there's a cost to that?
Are you threatening me now?
Nah. If I was threatening you, you'd know it. I'm just reminding you. Words got weight.
Then let this be a reminder to you, Mr. Stallings. We're not in high school. This ain't about whose feelings got hurt. It's about public interest. You want the coverage to stop? Clean up your name. Don't come for the messengers when the message ain't flattering.
You better hope you never become the headline, Lauren. Because when it's your name in bold, don't expect me to hold my tongue out of old time's sake.
Wouldn't ask you to. Just do me the same favor I gave you. Make sure what you say is true.
I always do. That's the difference between you and me. I don't have to spin anything.
Then I guess we'll both keep doing what we do best. See you on the air, Harrison.
You should have stayed on that screen, Lauren. This ain't the kind of place where second chances pour easy. You better pray I don't start telling everybody what I know about you.
I still can't believe you're really leaving. Like, for real leaving. Tartosa? That's a whole other time zone.
Trust me, it wasn't part of the plan. I was trying to hold it together for Preston, but Atlas, he's never gonna change. I kept waiting for him to choose us, and he just kept choosing himself. So when Aunt Nancy said she'd help me start over out there, it felt like the first lifeline I've had in a while.
Damn! I hate that it had to come to this. I mean, we just got cool. You're like the only one who doesn't treat me like a joke because of my past or the scandal.
Girl, you're smarter than half these people walking around with law degrees and podcasts. You're real, and I needed that, especially after, well, this last stunt.
What happened?
Somebody sent me a video. Not even a rumor, like full HD, time-stamped receipts. Atlas kissing Vivian.
Vivian Watts?
Yep, in my face, and it wasn't just a moment. It was familiar, like it wasn't the first time. And that's when I knew I was done playing wife to a man who doesn't even remember he's in a relationship.
Wow. I mean, wow, that's low even for him. And Vivian? That's wild, that's dirty. I don't even have the words. I'm so sorry, girl.
Don't be. I needed to see it to finally walk away. I'm not gonna raise Preston in a house where love is something you beg for. I want him to know peace. And I want to remember what that feels like, too.
You will. Y'all both will. And I swear, if you need anything, even from over here, I got you. I really mean that.
That means a lot, Tia. And speaking of you, heard you're moving in with Amari. It's that official.
Yeah. It's fast, I know. But it feels right. Copperdale was suffocating me. Everybody there either had a secret or wanted to remind me of mine. This is the first time I've felt like I'm building something real. Like I get to be more than just the girl he met at a strip club.
Well, I'm happy for you. I really am. But I gotta be honest with you about something you deserve to know.
Aw, shit. What is it?
It's about Logan.
Logan? What about her?
She's pregnant, and it's Atlas's baby.
Girl, shut the hell up.
I wish I was lying. I wish it was some twisted rumor. But it's real. He told me himself. Said Preston should be around a sibling, like this was some kind of blended family fairy tale. Meanwhile, I'm over here choking on betrayal.
Hold on, Logan. Amari's little sister Logan is pregnant with your boyfriend's baby?
Ex-boyfriend. But yeah, that's the math.
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. Does Amari know?
No. At least not from me, but I figured if you're moving in with him, you should have all the pieces. I'm not trying to start anything. I just don't want you caught off guard.
Damn, Kennedy. You sure know how to drop a bomb on your way out.
I figured if I got us start fresh, might as well leave the truth behind too. Take care of yourself, Tia, and watch your back. 'Cause these men...
Girl, trust, I know.
The divorce is officially finalized. Teagan Saige and Amari McAllister are no longer husband and wife. On paper, at least. But can someone please explain to me why we're getting drone footage of them wrapped around each other like they're filming a sequel to their wedding night?
Because it's Teagan. The math has never mathed with her. She cried on stage, she dropped an album about heartbreak, she said she was moving on, and now she's out here giving Amari a lap dance in her pajamas. You can't preach self-respect and then pull stunts like this. It's exhausting.
No, what's exhausting is trying to follow the storyline. 1 minute they're in court dissolving a marriage, the next they're all over each other like the ink isn't even dry yet. And while we're at it, can someone remind me where their nanny is? Zoya is still missing, still unaccounted for, and these two are out here getting freaky on balconies? I mean, seriously, the optics are foul.
Hold on. I get it. Bad timing, very bad timing. But what if this isn't just about optics? What if it's deeper? Maybe finalizing the divorce gave them closure, and now they're finding their way back to each other. You can't fake that kind of chemistry, not even for headlines.
Or maybe it's just lust, familiarity, people relapse. That doesn't make it romantic. It makes it toxic and irresponsible. Especially when the world is still side-eyeing both of them over that lawsuit.
Thank you. This isn't some Nicholas Sparks reboot. A woman is missing. Their daughters are being raised in chaos, and they're out here performing for drones. It's not love, it's narcissism.
Not to mention Teagan has been linked to Nas the poet. And Amari? He's in a full-blown relationship with Tia Barron. So if this is just closure, then why are they betraying the people they're publicly tied to?
Maybe because they never really let each other go. Those other relationships might have just been rebounds. You ever think about that? Teagan and Amari have a long, tangled history. Sometimes that bond just doesn't break cleanly.
You don't get to call it closure when you're emotionally wrecking other people in the process. That's not healing. That's selfish.
And dangerous. Because now you've got fans romanticizing a situationship when there's an open investigation into a missing woman who worked in their house. This isn't a music video. This is real life, real consequences.
I'm not saying they're saints, but I think they're human. Messy, flawed, in-love humans who probably didn't plan this moment. It just happened. That doesn't make it right, but it makes it real.
No, what's real is that two grown adults just made headlines for grinding on each other while being in other relationships and involved in an open legal case. At this point, they're not confused. They're careless.
Whatever it is, it's complicated. And it's not just playing out behind closed doors. It's being broadcast to the world. Neither Teagan Saige Monroe or Amari McAllister could be reached for comment.
Actually, ladies, before we end, I would like to say something real quick. I ran into Harrison Stallings last night, at his lounge no less. And yes, he confronted me. Wanted to know why I let my co-hosts speak on his name, why I'm not doing more to protect his image. Let me be very clear. I am not in the business of PR. I'm in the business of truth, of facts. And if someone doesn't like the truth we report, maybe they should change the narrative, not silence the journalist. This platform, The Sim Reel, was built on integrity. We don't take sides. We follow the story wherever it leads. Even when it leads to people we know, people we've interviewed, or people who think they're untouchable. If it's news, we'll cover it. Period. So to anyone watching who thinks we're pushing an agenda, this is the only agenda, the truth. And that's never up for negotiation.
Yo, what's good, man? It's been a minute since I pulled up over here.
Yeah, it's been a few. It's good to see you, bro.
I was gonna text you, but man, I had to bring this to you face to face. You seen that new Sim Reel segment yet?
Nah, not yet. I've been off the socials all day. Something serious happened?
Serious ain't even the word, Nas. SMZ caught your girl Teagan and Amari. And I ain't talking no casual sighting, bro. She was on him, like really on him. Wrapped up, grinding on the man like they still married. It didn't even look like two people finalizing a divorce. It looked like two people stuck in the middle of something they don't want to let go of.
Man, come on. You serious?
I wouldn't bring it to you if it wasn't solid. They ran the footage raw. No blur, no cuts. You could see the whole thing. It wasn't no moment of weakness. It looked intentional, familiar, like they've been sneaking around. Check your phone, bro.
But can someone please explain to me why we're getting drone footage of them wrapped around each other like they're filming a sequel to their wedding night?
Because it's Teagan. The math has never mathed with her.
Just the other night, I asked her straight up, stood across from her and said, "Is there anything still going on with you and Amari?" She ain't even flinch, looked me dead in my face and told me no. Told me it was strictly about the kids.
Damn, so she really lied to your face.
Boldly. And the worst part is, I gave her a chance to just keep it real. She ain't have to lie to me. I'm not the type to blow up over honesty, but she chose to be sneaky. We not even together.
See, that's the kind of thing I was worried about from the jump. I ain't want to say nothing while y'all was locked in, but she always gave me that same energy her sister had. You remember how things went down with Phoenix? She had me in the mix for no reason. Every time I thought things were straight, it was always some extra shit going on in the background.
Yeah, I remember. I thought Teagan was different, though. She moved smoother, more low-key. But that's what makes it worse. She knew how to lie and make it sound like care. Told me I was peace. Said I was her safe place. Then turned around and did this.
I seen how you was moving, bro. You really went out your way to respect her space. You weren't all in her business. You didn't press her about the ex. None of that. And she still found a way to be trifling.
I feel like a fool, bro. I gave her the realest version of me. I kept it steady, respectful, no games, no pressure. And she couldn't even give me the decency to be honest. Not even a warning, just lies. And now you know people finna be clowning me.
Man, cut her goofy ass off. She fumbled that, not you. That was her call to make, and she made it. You ain't got to explain yourself to nobody. Everybody can see she grimy as hell.
On me, I'm done with that. I was gonna put up with having to deal with Amari, but I'm not putting up with no lying. I gave her a window for truth, and she closed it. So I'm closing the whole damn door.
I swear I didn't think it would get out. We were in my bedroom. My damn bedroom, Phoenix. Who's flying drones over my house like that? What kind of sick world? And now he won't even answer the phone. He's seen it. I know he's seen it. Everybody's seen it.
Teague, breathe. Just breathe. We're going to figure this out. You messed up, yeah, but you don't need to spiral. Nas probably just needs time. He's probably overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed? Girl, he wasn't even your man for real. Y'all were doing poetry and pancakes, not filing joint taxes. Why are we crying over a situationship?
Toy, not helpful.
I'm just saying. She lied to Nas like they were married? Whole time she got a husband on her lap like it's Flashback Friday. What did you think was gonna happen?
You think I don't know that? I know I messed up, Toy. But it wasn't just some fling. It's deeper than that with Nas. I was starting to actually feel safe. And then I lied. Straight to his face. He asked me. And I looked him in the eyes and lied.
And now he ghosted you like Casper on Do Not Disturb. You didn't just fumble, baby. You dropped the whole stadium.
Toy, enough. Seriously, she's not okay. And your comedy special can wait. Teagan, listen, this doesn't define you. It was a mistake. You were confused, vulnerable, maybe even a little nostalgic. You and Amari have history. That doesn't mean you're in love with him.
But it does mean you might need a restraining order on yourself. Like, girl, how many times he gotta embarrass you before you keep your drawers up?
Can y'all stop? I'm already humiliated. The internet is clowning me. I can't go online without seeing memes of me in my own damn pajamas. I trusted Nas. I didn't expect to catch feelings, and now I've lost him. I can feel it. He's done with me.
Then let him be done. If he can't even give you space to explain, maybe he wasn't ready to handle someone like you in the first place. You're complicated, yeah, but you've also been honest about almost everything else. You slipped. That doesn't erase the connection you two built.
Except the connection is currently in airplane mode. So,
Toy.
Okay, look, I get it. Feelings are real. I'm just trying to keep the vibe from turning into a Lifetime movie. Teagan, cry it out. But after that, fix your face, pour some champagne, and remember who the hell you are. You're Teagan Saige. You don't chase, you replace.
I don't want to replace him. That's the thing. I wanted this to work. For once, I wanted something real that didn't come with scandal attached.
Then tell him that. When he's ready to listen, tell him the truth. All of it. You owe him that much. And if he can't handle it, then at least you were honest in the end.
And maybe we should invest in some blinds? Because they out here flying drones like it's National Geographic Cheaters Edition.
God, I really might never live this down.
You will. Trust me, sis. You've come back from worse.
Yeah, like that one time you wore bangs. That was the real scandal.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I should be asking what the fuck is wrong with you? You're out here caught on camera making out with your ex-wife in her damn pajamas and you got the nerve to ask me that?
Are we really doing this right now?
I fucking saw you, you lying
believe
piece
some
of
drone
shit.
footage over
The
what I
footage
tell
speaks
you?
for itself, Amari. You weren't dapping her up. You were grinding like y'all were back in that toxic little marriage. You lied to my face. You told me you were done with her.
You think I'm dumb enough to throw away what I got with you for some leftover ass situation with Teagan?
You already did. You humiliated me. I'm waking up to DMs, stories, SMZ headlines calling me a clown, asking if I knew you were double dipping in divorce court.
And yet you're still here, mad but in the house I paid for, wearing the Chanel I bought, sipping the wine I flew in from Del Sol. So spare me the monologue, Tia. You're not going nowhere and we both know it.
You're really that cocky? You think 'cause you got money and status, I'm just gonna sit here and let you make a fool out of me?
I think you love the life more than you hate me right now. That's the truth, and you know it. You want to act crazy and shit? I don't have time for this.
That's why Atlas is fucking your sister.
What the hell did you say?
You heard me, nigga. Logan, your little sister. Atlas apparently has been creeping with her for months. Months, Amari. While you're so busy trying to reclaim Teagan's washed-up ass, your so-called friend is in your sister's bed.
That's cap.
Nope. Apparently everybody in the city knows except you.
You better shut the fuck up.
Or what? You ain't gonna do shit. Face it. Your whole life's a damn joke. Your wife don't want you, and your best friend is out here raw-dogging your sister like it's nothing.
You need to shut your mouth before you say something you can't take back.
The only one who can't take something back is Logan. She's pregnant, Amari. Atlas got your baby sister knocked up. Go be a big brother about that.
You've been acting weird ever since we finished. You didn't even look at me when you got dressed. So what's going on?
Logan told me she's pregnant.
What?
She called me a few days ago, told me straight up she's pregnant. Said if I didn't cut off Kennedy and stop coming around you, she was going to send Kennedy and Phoenix the video.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't take her seriously. I thought she was just emotional. Then, boom, the video drops. Kennedy's done with me. And now I'm standing here with nothing but problems.
And you believe her about the pregnancy?
I do. I mean, we weren't exactly being careful. And she sounded shaken, like it wasn't some trick she was pulling. I don't think she'd lie about something like that.
Atlas, You might believe she wouldn't, but I don't know her. And all this feels a little too convenient. She tells you she's pregnant, gives you a threat, and the second you don't fall in line, this video leaks. That's not some heartfelt moment. That's a setup.
You're saying you think she's lying?
I'm saying she wants you to herself. And this is how she thinks she gets it. She couldn't control you with love or loyalty. So now she's trying to do it with fear and obligation. And you're standing here, torn up, trying to do right by a situation that might not even be real.
So what am I supposed to do? Accuse her of faking a pregnancy?
No, you ask for proof. Tell her you want to go to the first ultrasound, see the scan, be involved from the beginning. You don't need to be harsh, you just need to be clear. If she's really pregnant, she won't have anything to hide. But if she dodges, gets defensive, or tries to guilt you out of it, then that's your answer right there.
She'll probably flip the hell out if I ask.
Let her. You have a right to know what's real before you rearrange your life around it. Don't hand over your freedom because you're scared of being wrong. If she's carrying your child, fine, you'll step up. But if she's playing you, you better step back before you're stuck in something you can't walk away from.
Where is he?
Amari, what the hell are you doing here this early?
Don't play with me, Viv. I know Atlas is here. I went by his place. He wasn't there, so I came here. So unless some other clown double parked their Maserati in visitor parking like they're compensating, he's here. So again, where is he?
You need to calm down. This ain't the place for all that energy.
Nah, fuck that. He want to hide out here after playing with my sister's head? After getting her pregnant? He got me all the way fucked up if he thinks I'm not going to press behind that.
Amari, you can't just pop up pressing people like this. Talk to him like a grown man, not like...
What's all the yelling? Viv, who's at the...
You really laid up here like shit sweet after what you pulled?
Atlas, go back to the room. I'm handling it.
Handling what, Viv? Huh? You laid up with a whole clown that knocked up my little sister and then ghosted her. That's who you rolling around with now.
Amari, I'm not doing this with you right now.
You smashed my little sister, got her pregnant, then started ducking like she ain't even exist. And for what? Because you want to keep playing house with Kennedy or Viv or whoever the hell got your attention this week?
Look, I don't owe you no explanation about who I'm dealing with. Logan's grown.
Grown? Man, shut the fuck up. You knew exactly what you were doing. Logan been in love with your sorry ass since she was a teenager. You fed into it, played into it. Now she's stuck and you walking around like it's her fault.
Man, I'm not about to stand here and let you talk to me crazy. I'm done with this.
Nah, you not walking away from this like some coward. Stand on your shit, Atlas.
Man, back up. You need to chill the fuck out.
Or what? You gonna threaten me now? After already fucking up my sister's life?
So I heard you aren't following Teagan Saige on Instagram. Bummer. I mean, if behind the scenes moments, fashionable looks, cryptic captions, and maybe a baby or two aren't your thing, then sure, suit yourself. But if you like your icons unfiltered, your drama a little personal, and your feed full of everything that doesn't make it into the LP, you might want to rethink your choices at Teagan Saige Monroe. Follow her or don't. Taste isn't for everyone.
All right, so this just came across our desk, and it's wild. Brindleton Bay Buccaneers star running back Amari McAllister has officially been arrested. We are still waiting on the full details, but what we do know right now are the charges, and they don't look good.
Not at all. From what we're seeing, Amari's been hit with aggravated assault, battery causing bodily harm, and disturbing the peace. That last one tells me things got loud messy, and public. Maybe neighbors heard yelling, maybe furniture got moved around, we don't know yet.
Exactly. None of this is confirmed, but let's be real. Charges like these usually stem from some kind of physical altercation. Somebody got hurt. And considering Amari's size, that's no small scuffle. We're talking about a professional athlete built like a tank.
And this is all happening just days after he finalized his divorce from pop superstar Teagan Saige. That relationship was a headline machine. From cheating rumors to PR damage control, and don't even get me started on that drone footage. This man cannot stay out of the spotlight.
He's been in a storm for a minute. And now this? He's a starter on the Buccaneers. He's got brand deals, endorsement money. He just did a Nike campaign. What, 2 weeks ago? Depending on how this plays out, that could all be in jeopardy.
The NFL doesn't play around with this kind of thing anymore. Even if he's not convicted, the optics alone, an arrest tied to violent behavior, it's enough to get you suspended or quietly benched.
And we still don't know who was on the receiving end of this altercation. There's speculation, but no names have been confirmed yet. If it turns out to be someone notable, especially another public figure, who? This story is going nuclear.
And let's not forget, his team hasn't issued any statement. His lawyer's quiet. His reps are ghost. That silence is loud. Either they're scrambling or they're letting it burn out. But fans are already taking sides.
Yeah, one thing about Amari, he doesn't do low-key drama. It's either a full headline or it's nothing. We'll keep y'all posted as this develops, but as of now, Amari McAllister, arrested, aggravated assault, battery, disturbing the peace. Something definitely went down.
I ain't even gonna lie. I was gonna ghost you, dead ass. Just disappear and let that be the end of it. Figured you'd catch on once the call stopped, once the text got left on read. But then I thought about who you are and who I said I was. And ghosting ain't grown. Not for someone I actually cared about. So I'm here. Not to argue, not to go back and forth, just to say what I need to say to your face.
Then please listen. Nas, I swear. I know how bad this looks, but it wasn't planned. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't anything. It was a mistake. A moment that shouldn't have happened. I wasn't thinking straight. I've been drowning lately and reaching for anything that feels familiar. I wasn't trying to disrespect you. I never meant to hurt you.
But you did. And what makes it worse is I asked you straight up. I gave you the opportunity to keep it real with me, and you looked me dead in my face and chose a lie. That's what cuts deep. You ain't even trust me enough to tell the truth. And I get it. You got your reasons, your walls, your past, all that. But I ain't one of them people you got to perform for. I never asked you to be perfect, just honest.
I was scared. Scared of losing something good. Scared of you seeing me like everybody else does. As some broken, messy situation. Nas, with you, I felt seen. I felt safe. And I ruined it. But I'm standing here telling you I know I messed up. I'm not making excuses. I'm asking you to look past it and remember who I was before all this blew up.
I saw something real in you. But right now, you got too much going on, too many open wounds you keep pouring salt in. And maybe the truth is, you need some space. Not just from me, but from everything. Some time to sit with yourself. Figure out what you want, not just who you want beside you. I can't be your bandage while you still bleeding from stuff you won't even name.
So you're just done? After all that energy, all those nights, all that talk about building something?
I meant every word I said, but I can't want it more than you want to heal. And I can't stick around hoping you'll pick me when the smoke clears. That ain't fair to either of us. I got love for you, real talk, but I'm choosing me this time.
Please don't do this.
Take care of yourself, not for me, but for you and your girls.
You've been real hard to reach lately. Used to be I could hit you once and get a call back in 5. Now, I'm lucky if I get a read receipt.
Because things aren't the same. I've been laying low, staying busy and careful. The whole city has a weird energy lately. Zoya's gone. And not laying low gone, I mean vanished. No phone calls, no posts, no nothing. That's the kind of thing that makes you reevaluate your location. I've been thinking about skipping town. Honestly, you should too.
No need for all that. She's exactly where she need to be. You, though, you should have known better than to show your face here again. Funny thing about trust, it's delicate. Thin as glass. And once it shatters, there's no taping it back together. So when people I feed, people I protect, start biting the hand, that's not just a betrayal, that's war. And you, Safina, you brought war to my front door.
I ain't bring attention to anything. I kept it quiet. I didn't name names, I didn't go public, whatever you think I did.
Nah, see, I don't think anything. I know what you did. You went behind my back. You pulled something you had no business touching and handed it off like you weren't crossing a line. I built this from the ground up. You think I made it this far by letting people play in my face? You think I don't know who walks in and out of my place? What they carry? Who they whisper to? Come on now, you smarter than that.
I didn't do it to come for you. I had my reasons, and I kept it quiet like I always do. That's all I'm saying.
Your reasons don't matter to me. Intent don't erase damage. You made a choice. You took something that didn't belong to you and passed it off. And now the police are sniffing around like they finally caught a scent. That's not just a mistake. That's a liability.
So what now? You gonna make me disappear too?
Oh, I'm not gonna do a thing. But let me give you your options. There's a black truck outside. Dre, you know Dre. Him and Clarence are waiting for you, and no, they're not here for small talk. So you can walk out with some dignity, or they'll come in and take you out. I'm not gonna raise my voice. I'm not gonna chase you. I'm done with the warnings.
So you're really doing it like that?
Ain't nothing personal, but you played the wrong hand. Now it's time to collect. White privilege is a motherfucker, ain't it? You treat my office like it's home.
And you treat discretion like it's optional. I told you to eliminate the problem, Harrison, not invite more headlines.
Funny. Last I checked, I did exactly what you asked. The problem was Zoya, and she's gone. Situation handled.
Oh, it's handled? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like the girl you handled was due in court. And now she's a headline with the word missing stamped across it. That doesn't sound handled. That sounds sloppy.
Don't confuse messy for untraceable. Zoya was moving reckless, leaking things that had no business leaving my walls. She saw our faces and quite frankly, she can't hold water. You told me to put a lid on it. I did.
A lid? Harrison, this isn't some low-budget drug crew. This is San Myshuno. People talk. Reporters dig. And if the wrong dots get connected, whether they're true or not, it's not just your neck. It's Alaya's name in the crosshairs, my family.
That's rich, coming from you. You sit on your little empire, laundering money through gala dinners and calling it philanthropy. And I'm the risk?
The difference is, I keep my dirt beneath the rug. You let yours stomp around in the lobby and wave at the cameras. You think I give a damn about Zoya? I care about how her name, your lounge, and my niece are all starting to sound like parts of the same sentence.
Ain't nobody linking me to Zoya's vanishing. That girl had problems long before she crossed my door. And unless somebody can pull a receipt with my name on it, this don't come back on me, or Alaya.
It better not, because if I even hear a whisper of her being dragged into this, I'll do what you couldn't.
You keep saying this is about Alaya, but you're damn near frothing at the mouth over a girl who's already gone. What's really got you pressed, Nancy? Why do you care this much?
Because when things fall apart, people go looking for names. And unfortunately, some of mine don't live under Nancy Landgrab. Some of them live under Alaya. Bright, clean, unassuming. There are entities, shells, accounts, small things, tied to her name. Things that don't need light. You think Zoya leaking club footage was your problem? If anyone traces a thread back to her, it leads to me.
So all this righteous protect my niece talk was never about her. It was about you covering your ass.
I don't separate the two. Keeping her name clean keeps me clean. And whether you like it or not, Harrison, that puts you on my radar. I don't care how much she loves you. If you become a liability, I'll cut you loose.
You know what, Nancy? I might not come from generational money, but I know a threat when I hear one. And I also know when someone's scared. You're scared. Not of me, but of everything unraveling if your golden girl's name ends up where it doesn't belong.
Then make sure it doesn't.
I will. But next time you show up unannounced, try knocking. I ain't your assistant, and this ain't your damn boardroom.
Oh, Harrison, if it were my boardroom, you wouldn't even be in the building.
Where are you going? You just walked in.
I gotta stop by Teagan's. I won't be long.
Harrison, can we not do this tonight? You weren't even home when the cops came banging on the door. I'm still jumpy every time the ice maker rattles. Can we just have one night where we breathe?
Look, I get it. I do. I know that wasn't easy. But you safe, baby. We good. They didn't find anything, and they're not gonna find anything.
That's not the point. They came here with a warrant. They had no problem flipping couches and breaking shit. You think that doesn't mean something? You think just because they left empty-handed, they won't be back?
I've been handling this life long before I met you. Ain't nothing new. And I'd never let anything touch you. Not now, not ever.
But it already did. That's the part you keep ignoring. They didn't just raid your house, they raided ours. You can't tell me I'm protected and then keep moving like you're untouchable.
You right, and I hear you. But I'm doing everything I can to make sure that knock on the door don't happen again. I promise.
I don't need promises, Harrison. I need you to stop giving people reasons to look this way.
I hear that, and I will. One more thing, though. You ever take a look at the logistics behind your aunt's businesses? Like paperwork, company names, account setups?
No, not really. She sends a check every month and tells me I'm taken care of. That's about it. I've always known not to ask too many questions when it comes to her.
Yeah, figures. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Lock the door behind me.
We've officially opened the missing persons case, but we need more to go on. Did Miss Sullivan ever mention anyone she felt threatened by? Any recent arguments or changes in behavior that stood out to you?
She was uneasy. I remember during our last meeting she said she felt like someone was watching her. I pressed for details, but she shut down. Just said she didn't want to make it worse.
Make what worse?
I don't know. She never gave names, never pointed fingers. I don't think she necessarily knew what or who she was afraid of, but she was scared. More than usual. And now she's gone. That's not a coincidence.
All right. We'll need a list of any associates, employers, or individuals involved in her casework. Anything that could help us figure out who she may have crossed paths with.
I'll send what I have. But please, whatever she was afraid of, I don't think it was in her head.
I know what you're going to say, so just don't. I've had enough lectures, enough judgment.
I ain't come here to judge you, T. I came here because you was on the phone tweaking. I'm just checking on you.
He walked away like I meant nothing. Like all the progress I made didn't matter because of one mistake.
Nah, it wasn't just the mistake. It was the lie. You told that man one thing and got caught on camera doing the opposite with your ex-husband, a man who's humiliated you more times than I can count.
I didn't mean for it to happen, Harrison. I was confused, hurt. And Amari...
He's trash, and you know it. You always know it, T. You just don't do nothing with what you know. That man don't love you. He loves ownership. He loves the control. And as long as you keep giving him access that ain't about the kids, you gonna stay stuck in this loop.
You act like it's easy to just shut it all off. You think I want to be this person?
I think you want to be loved. But love ain't supposed to leave you looking broken in your own damn house. Ain't supposed to make you lie to someone you actually respect just to feel seen.
I know. Nas made me feel safe. I haven't felt that in a long time.
Then let this hurt be the lesson. Stop entertaining ghosts and start choosing people who show up in the daylight. And I'm saying this with all due respect, but cut Amari the hell off. He don't deserve your loyalty, your energy, or your body.
And what do I deserve, Harrison? Enlighten me, since everyone's so sure I keep fumbling it.
You deserve somebody who don't make you question if you're enough every other day. You deserve mornings without anxiety and nights where you can actually sleep. You've been through hell and still managed to shine. Any man would be lucky to have a woman like you.
That's easy to say until I mess up again.
Then mess up with somebody who's not gonna run.
Now, I could be messy and ask why Teagan and Harrison were kissing like nobody was gonna see him, but I'll mind my business. For now. Anyway, that's a wrap. The voiceover series is going on a quick summer break because, listen, even I need a breather from managing all these wild personalities, scandals, and secret hookups. In the meantime, make sure you're tapped into the Patreon and Discord. We've got polls, messy convos, and fun events popping off while the series is on break. Don't miss out. Y'all rest up, catch up if you're behind, and get ready for what's next, because we'll be back hotter than ever. See you in July.